Shalom, Israel, shalom, shalom. It's your brother Ari with H.O.I Las Vegas, coming again with another Card Chronicles, right? First and foremost, I'd like to give honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem and Mashiach Yahweh. I'd like to give a double honors to the elders that paved the way in this truth, and we can get right to it. We're going into slandering and gossip, right? Versus open rebuke, right? What's the difference? So let's start with the book of Proverbs chapter 10 and verse 18. It reads, "He that hideth hatred with lying lips, and he that uttereth a slander is a fool." Right? You're a fool if you're slandering someone, man. Right? You're considered a fool. So let's go to the book of Sirach 27 and 23. And it reads, "When thou art present, he will speak sweetly and will admire thy words, but at the last he will wire his mouth and slander thy sayings." Right? Verse 24. I have hated Salakia, hold on. "I have hated many things, but nothing like him, for the Lord will hate him." Right? Talking about someone, so basically talking about someone behind their back and lying men, the Lord hates, right? The Lord will hate you, man, if you're doing those type of things, man. Right? And let's go to the definition of slander, right? It says the utterance of false charges or misrepresentation which defame and damage another's reputation, right? A false and defamatory oral statement about a person, right? So you don't want to be that type of person, man, that's slandering people's names and tearing down their reputation, man. You know, spewing lies that don't even and it's not that brother or that sister's characteristics, right? Let's go to the book of Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 16. It reads, "And I charge your judges at that time, saying, Hear the cause between your brethren, and judge righteously between every man and his brother, and the stranger that is with him." Right? So when a man is judging a situation, he has to hear the cause of both sides, man, and present evidence. Then make a decision, right? Then make a judgment on that situation, right? You can't form a biased opinion off of one side of a situation, right? And make the judgment. It don't work like that. You got to see both sides in it, right? Let's go to the book of Proverbs chapter 24 and verse 23, and it reads, "These things also belong to the wise. It is not good to have respect of person in judgment." Right? So you have to, so you can't have a respect of person, right? Just because you and a brother is tight, man, don't mean that you're going to choose his side in any situation, any given situation that he's going through, man. Right? You have a counsel, man. You got to have good judgment. You got to put that friendship to the side and judge righteously, right? So it's got to go based off of the evidence that's presented, right? You can't just go off of, just because that's your boy and y'all tight, you know, you can't go off of that. You got to be righteous in this thing, man. Right? So let's go to the book of 2 Corinthians 13 and 1. It reads, "This is the third time I am coming to you. In the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses shall every word be established." Right? So you have to have 2 or 3 witnesses, man, in this thing, man. You can't just go off of what one person says, right? So you have to have 2 or 3 witnesses. Let me get Matthew. Hold on. Matthew 18 and verse. Go to Matthew chapter 18 and verse 15. And we're going to read 15 through 17. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his faults between thee and him alone. If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother. So you got to step to the brother. Hey, if you got a fault, if it's something that you have against a brother, hey, go tell him with you and him, just you and him, not in front of everybody, right? You and him alone. And if he hear you, if he hearken, hey, you gain your brother, right? Verse 16. But if he will not hear thee, then take with thee 1 or 2 more, that in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses every word may be established, right? So if he don't hear you when you step to him, he ain't hearkening, then you take 2 or 3 more brothers, man, with you. You take another brother with you, right? Verse 17. And if he shall neglect to hear them, tell it unto the church. But if he neglect to hear the church, let him be unto thee as an heathen man and a publican. Right. So if he ain't hear you after that, after you put it out there in the congregation, hey man, look, consider him as a heathen, man, as a publican. Right? So slander is when you're lying on someone, you're trying to defame their character, right? You putting them down, man. You tearing down their reputation, man. Right? Let's go to 1 Timothy 5 and 20. It says, them that sin rebuke before all, that others also may fear, man. So if you got a brother sinning, hey, rebuke before all, right? That others also may fear. That so the other people that see, hey, they'll be like, damn, he just put, hey, it ain't in this truth. It ain't no such thing as like, what's the worldly term? Putting you on blast and things like that, right? That ain't in here. That ain't in the scriptures, right? Ain't no such thing as that. We doing thus say the Lord. Scripture said them that sin rebuke before all, man. Right? This ain't no game. This truth ain't a game, man. If you love your brother, you gonna go tell him, hey, look, you going about this wrong, brother. You gotta correct him. Right? That's showing brotherly love, man. Right? And some brothers, you have to rebuke before all, man, to warn others from doing the same thing, right? Let's go to Leviticus 19 and 16. It says, thou shalt not go up and down as a talebearer among thy people, neither shalt thou stand against the blood of thy neighbor. I am the Lord, right? So you can't go around telling everybody's business, right? Telling everybody secrets that they told you, that they told you in confidence, right? And you can read about those in the book of Proverbs, chapter 26, verse 20 and 22. You can also read that in Psalms 15, verse 1 through 3, Proverbs 11 and 13, Proverbs 16, and 28, Proverbs 17 and 9, 18 and 8, Proverbs 20 and 19, and 1 Timothy 5 and 13, right? And the definition of talebearing is one that spreads gossip or rumors, right? And it's considered also is known as tattletelling, right? Right, a person who maliciously gossips or reveals secrets. See, so it's not good to do that thing, to do those things, right? It's not right. We shouldn't be doing those things. Let's go to Proverbs 27 and 5 real fast. It says, "Open rebuke is better than secret love," right? So rebuking openly, it's letting it be known, man, right? Letting it be known, right? Let's go to John 7 and 24. It says, "Judge not according to the appearance, but judge righteous judgment." So we have to judge righteous judgment, right? We can't go off of the appearance on what it looked like. We have to have facts. We have to have evidence, right? We supposed to have open rebuke towards our brothers, man, and let them know where they're going off at, right? Daniel 2, let's go to Daniel 2 and 22. It reads, "He revealeth the deep and secret things. He knoweth what is in the darkness, and the light dwelleth with him," right? So the Lord is going to reveal it through men, right? If you're going off behind closed doors, he's going to bring that sin and wickedness to the light by the open rebuke. So that's why we have that open rebuke, man, because the Lord is doing that. The Lord is bringing those things to the forefront, right? You thought you was doing something in the secret, but the Lord brought that to the light. And you may have a brother that's pissed off, man. Be mad about that, man. But at the end of the day, it's all of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai at the end of the day, right? But yeah, man, we're gonna stop there. But with that, y'all keep reading, praying, fasting, studying, staying diligent, stay abounding in the work of the Lord. Stay 10 toes down for the Lord, because he's 10 toes down for us and gave us another 24, and keep enduring until the end. Keep examining yourself, right? Remember, this ain't a race. This is a marathon. We have to endure until the end, right? The Lord gave us another day of life, another breath of life, another day to draw closer to him, another day to repent, another day to fast, another day to pray, another day to learn more about him, to draw closer to him, right? To turn from our wicked ways, right? To renew our minds. So if he's giving us those opportunities, he's giving us those blessings every day, you have to do something for him, man. You can't just sit around and not do nothing. Pick up the book and read. Show the Lord that you love him and you want to draw closer to him. You should want to draw closer to him because he gave you that breath of life that you're breathing in right now. Right? Now is the opportunity to go harder. Now is the opportunity to draw closer to him. Now is the opportunity to get rid of that old man and put that new man on. Right? Now is the opportunity to love your brother as yourself. Now is the opportunity to rebuke a brother if you see him going off and bring him back and correct him and bring him back to the Lord, right? We have multiple opportunities to do things, man, but our people is wasting time and not using their time wisely. Now's the time to use time management, right? Set a schedule up. Have goals set, right? To draw closer to the Lord, to do better, right? So this not a time to be slothful. This not a time to be lukewarm. Right? This is a time to be on fire, because he gave you that breath of life to be able to have that opportunity to be on fire, right? Now's the time to get your households in order, man. Now's the time to teach your kids, man. Teach the kids, man, and have them learning about the Lord, man. You know, we have so people are taking, us being alive lightly. And that's an opportunity that the Lord is giving us. That's a blessing that the Lord is giving us. He's giving us another chance. He's giving us chance after chance after chance every day we waking up. Because there's somebody all over, it's somebody in the world right now that's not able to wake up, man, because the Lord, he took that from them because they didn't hearken. They didn't take the opportunities to draw closer to him, to learn about him. They chose the other side. They chose the left-hand side. They chose to participate in the world, man, to be a part of the world and not a part of the Lord. So we have that opportunity. So if you have the opportunity, take it. Don't sleep on it. Well, with that, I love y'all, Yasharala. With that, Shalom.